either your parents were religious, and it doesn't need to be Christian. It can be it could be Jewish, it can be Wiccan. I have some people whose parents were Wiccan and they were brought up, with Wicca, and very like dogmatic, like in that way. And it's breaking away from that dogmatic and going into spirituality. Also, people that were raised with nothing and go into spirituality and start to try to make rules out of the spirituality may have past life monastic vows, which means that you were a nun or a priest or a shaman or a healer, and you were part of some organized type, cult or religion in some other lifetime. So you have these programs within you that are blocking you, like Tina with her hands over her eyes. She didn't want to see, because if I see, then I might hurt people. So today we're going to release those blocks and making it very complicated for me. And this has about a 1 minute delay. So this meditation is actually amazing. I love it. I've done it like 4 times today. Sounds like this is actually working. Hard to hear? Okay, let me do this. I'm going to mute this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do things, so I'm not struggling before class. Let me do this. Okay, I'm sure you can hear me now. Muted on there, I've got the camera on there, I've got the audio on here. However, can you guys on YouTube hear me?
Sounds better? Okay. And it doesn't have that much of a delay when I don't do the sound that way. The Zoom link, yeah, I put it on Patreon for I assumed that you guys were all like the $100 and $150 people. So I just did it for the $150 and $300 people because I knew that you guys were all those. But if you need me to send it to you separately, I can send it to you separately. It'll just take me longer to get to this, but I'm gonna start playing the meditation right now, and then I'll just turn my camera off. And you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Let me share this. Copy. I don't have one cord that I need in order to make my camera work on my laptop, and I'm too lazy to leave the house. Go get it, because then I'll get caught up shopping and be gone forever and not get my work done. Riche was here for a week, and we got through so many meditations and just so much stuff, and have so much content to share with you guys. It's like insane. How do I share this link with you guys from this computer to the other? Let's see. Here, I'm going to share the link right here. Oh wait, that's YouTube. Zoom participants invite. Okay, I'm going to send you guys the invite link. Just over on YouTube. I'll just trust that anyone that goes on here is a Patreon, and if you're not, then go sign up for something. There's Zoom. So anyone that's in the Zoom meeting is going to get like a healing/reading, but only if you're a Patreon. I'll check to make sure that you're a Patreon before I start healing everybody on the planet. Is it still hard to hear? Can you hear? Hi, Willie. Of course. Because I want to. Here, don't go in front of the camera, okay? You're not dressed. What you looking for?
I'm looking for something to play with.
Oh, well, there's some little craisins there, and there's your drinks there. And as long as you don't walk behind the camera, you're good. Kids were asleep, so it was like the whole like Zen in 10 thing, and then 10 turned into 10 hours. But like, are you okay, Will? Mimi's downstairs. I love you. Okay, there's the Zoom link, guys, right there in YouTube. Okay, it looks like you guys are coming over here. So I'll just wait like a minute or two more for you guys to get into the Zoom link, because what I can do is when I do healings, I can just basically intend that it's anybody that's inside of the Zoom meeting. And I've actually contained the energy in this class for the next 24 hours in this room. So if you want to come back into this room and just like get a healing, you can. I don't have the recorder. Oh, I guess I do have the recorder. I'm going to turn the recorder off. Stop recording. There. Okay. So I have the recording off. It's just going to YouTube. Hi, Poochie. Hi, Pooch. What you doing? Okay, so let me turn this on and this off. That's weird, Donna. I posted on that. I'm still learning the system. I mean, Sue is very used to posting all the different links and stuff like that. So, and I posted it for the grandfathered people too, because I haven't acknowledged them in like ages. Let me get out of here. Close. Okay. All right, here I am. Yeah, the camera's much better. See, I had the lights back there and everything. You guys get to watch me clean my room. I do meditations not sitting still. I have to clean or do something. Driving is my favorite time to meditate. They're always like, don't do this meditation while you're driving. And I'm like, that's the perfect time. I just choked on my coffee because I probably shouldn't be telling you guys to meditate while you drive. But it's like the conscious me is driving, but there's like a piece of me that's out roaming around that I have learned to be in touch with and know what it's doing. That's when most people like fall asleep. They're like dead asleep during meditation, they think. And then as I'm saying, come back into your body, they're like, oh man, I always wake up right at the very end. It's not that you're waking up, it's that your consciousness is coming back into a piece of you that you're used to being. And I'm used to being in all different dimensions of myself. And I'm just now remembering and realizing the abilities that I have. It's almost like I was like not me for like 9 months. I don't know if you guys saw the post, but I was talking about, imagine having house guests in your house for like 11 months straight. As soon as like your mom leaves, your in-laws come, and then as soon as they leave, your dad comes, and then a student comes, and then this comes, and then that comes. It was like I didn't have like a break. I remember Sue saying, gosh, you've had house guests for like 9 months straight. And then she goes, oh, I suppose I'm kind of a house guest too. And I was like, and that's when it hit me like, oh my God, I haven't had any time to myself. So my one message for today was going to be, sorry, that was the grossest cough button. Hi bud, you want to say hi? So my message is going to be sleep an extra 2 hours tonight if you can. Yeah. And we're going to intend that this meditation sets the intention that those 2 hours are whatever you need.
Daddy.
Yeah, is that a train? Oh, that's mommy and that's daddy?
No.
You saw her diaper.
No, Mimi. Mimi.
Oh, Mimi's downstairs. You want to go say hi to her?
No.
She made bread. Look at, she made banana bread.
Nana.
Yeah, Nana bread. Yeah, private time's a necessity. There you go. So when my mind started coming back to me, it was on my birthday when I slept like 3 nights in a row. I hadn't been sleeping because I do all my life, and then Sue and I would try and get work done like in the middle of the night, and then I'd wake up early and I'd work and I wouldn't get anything done. I was spiraling out in circles. And for the last 2 months or so, Glenn says to my chart like what's happening, but I think that like it's been sleep and exercise and even just walking meditations. So instead of meditating, like sitting down, I get up and I move around and I clean, and or I go outside and I walk back and forth. I just kind of pace outside. Here, come on. And it just feels good. So my recommendation tonight is, if you can get 2 hours of extra sleep tonight and tomorrow night, we'll set the intention right now that those 2 extra hours are whatever you need, whatever deficit you're in from the last 10 years of your life of being a mom or being a grandma or being a dad or being a full-time worker trying to start a spiritual career, whatever it is that all of us are. We're trying to live these like double agent lives, like the normal life and then the spiritual life, or a lot of people like that. Oh, hey, where's your spark?
Why?
Where's your spark? Where's your light? It's in your foot?
Why?
Where's your light?
Why?
Over there? Where's your spark? Mimi, he needs a diaper. Oh, he's not gonna let me go. Okay, I'm gonna start this meditation now. So let's just set the intention for our subconscious and unconscious minds to absorb everything that we need, everything that we would want to acquire, because we dream and we go into the other states of consciousness that I go to when I'm awake. But when we sleep, we gain a bunch of information. But if we're not sleeping, then we're not really allowing our consciousness to go into those realms. So I was thinking just in the past like hour or so, I want to have a dream. What's it called? How I had the texting cleanse. I want to do it with dreams. Like we'll all get together and we'll all set the intention that all of us dream at night. And yes.
Why?
Here, let's start the meditation for everyone, okay?
No.
You want to say bye?
Why?
Bye. Say I love you. Love you. Do this. No, you're a man. Okay. No. Okay, you're not a man. Well, you are. You're definitely a man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're a boy. You're a boy.
And light. What we'd like for you to do is actually imagine yourself as a lamp. Any lamp. And as this music plays through your ears, we will turn your light back on. For your light never turns off. It just goes somewhere else. So say, I now command that my light go back to the lamp that is, and then your name.
Mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain.
As you re-merge with the lamp that is your name, do as you did earlier and say, I, your name, merge with your name. And you'll feel a much bigger lamp behind you maybe. Or you may be a big lamp with a little lamp in front of you. Merge the two now. There we go, perfect.
I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside.
As those two lamps merge in any way that you'd like to imagine it or feel it, what we'd like for you to do is to feel for a moment. Feel where your ultimate divine spark is. If you don't know what a divine spark is, it doesn't matter. It's probably better. I am the divine spark that created all of my sparks. I am now my divine spark that created all the sparks. Please show me what that feels like. And please show me where I am. Please allow me to feel where I am in relation to the two lamps that I just merged together. What we'd like for you to do right now is to call back all your sparks now. All the sparks that you created because they would keep leaving. So all you have to do is just say, come back. And as you do this, it's like a reverse falling star. It's like a shooting star. All the sparks that were ever you are coming back to you. But before they merge with you, they're being cleansed all darkness being transmuted into high-speed particle light. There we go. Ask to feel what it feels like to be your whole, non-fractured, unfragmented spark of life. This spark is your energy source. You do not require anything other than this to sustain life. You are life itself. And this is the piece of self that many cut themselves off from. So as you, the spark, are full of electricity, in your mind, just ask to be taken where you need to go in order to tune up your multidimensional vehicle, which is your body, mind, soul, spirit, and so forth and so on. I am now where I need to be in order to tune up your name and all levels of them. Perfect. What I'd like for you to do is to actually imagine that you're in a room, you laying on a table, but depersonalize it so it doesn't look too much like you. Otherwise, you'll fall into your emotional body. So you can either imagine yourself still as a lamp, as an empty mannequin, this channel likes to imagine Tupperware bowls, or the mixing bowls that stack within each other. So wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. And we just ask you now to imagine something as you, whether it be a mannequin or something that looks just like you. And in the belly area is where the base or the body of that lamp that you saw before would be. So ask to see all the different crystals or the marbles. We're going to use the word marbles. Ask to see in the you that's there, how many marbles are in the belly area. And then you'll actually see doorknobs on the body in different places where there have been made portals, rips in your aura, where people have done black magic. Many will enter in at the soul level, where they share a layer of consciousness with you and then drop down into your physicality. So first of all, we now release, transmute, and in essence, very politely, yet forcefully kick out any consciousness that is not you. From the far end side of the room, 3 beings come walking in. These are your ascended masters. They are a piece of you. They live in your heart. These 3 ascended masters come walking in and using their hands, or maybe laser beams from their eyes, or whatever they do, sound waves. The moment they come in, a huge beam of light from above, that which represents you on that table, shines down on your belly area and pulls everything out that's not you. Gone. Never to return again. You don't need to worry about where it's going, where they are going. The being in the center is your Christ. Being walks over to where the feet of you would be. And with bright, fiery white light, brighter than you could ever possibly imagine, they touch the feet of the mannequin or bowls or the lamps or however you're visualizing this. They touch the feet, sending all the pieces of you that you have sent down to your feet back up into the solar plexus. But those don't get pulled out. Those get energized, rebuilt, restructured. Memories that are not theirs wiped away. Good memories or memories that are needed are brought back to them. And those pieces of self merge up through the heart, through the throat, up into the middle of the head. Some of them go back by the occiput. Others continue upward through your crown. Where there's a hand collecting the consciousness. A huge hand. So as this Christ being sends this fiery white luminescent light through your feet, all pieces of your soul are saved. Some of them are resurrected. Some of them are sent back to the heart where they belong to continue experiencing this life. And others, maybe they're fragments from past lives, are just transmuted, dissolved as they hit the solar plexus area. In the right foot, ask to see any black marbles that are in the body, or whatever you're imagining to be the body, the lamp or mannequin. Show me any black marbles that are within the body. These are shadow aspects of self. These are pieces of you that no longer believe. And these are the yous that let others in. One of the Ascended Masters walks over with a ring. It kind of looks like a steering wheel. It's violet in color. And it's glowing very bright. It looks like a glow stick. As they walk over, they first place it over the solar plexus, and it either sends violet laser-like energy to the dark marbles, or it pulls them all up into it, dissolving them instantly. Or, as the dark marbles pass through it, they turn to light and go back to where they need to be. Ask to feel what it feels like as this ring that's about the size of a steering wheel, this violet fire ring, is placed over your solar plexus. Ask to feel the liberation. Ask to feel the control that you now have over your creations, over your life. You're finally free. Some of you have been in prison for thousands and thousands of years. Prisoners to yourself, living the same life over and over and over. We release all chains. We cut all ties. And we ask that the other Ascended Master go off into the ethers, wherever they need to go, to resolve any soul connections, twin flames, soulmate ties, vows, commitments that we unknowingly made to another soul, being, demon, entity, whatever you want to call it. Anything that was not us. We ask that other Ascended Master go off. Those contracts, whatever they may be, seen or unseen, known or unknown, whether we know the words for them or not, these agreements are now null and void. And there is no karma. And the law of cause and effect unless it is for our highest and best good, is hereby nullified in releasing these contracts. And there will be no backlash. Where that Ascended Master is entering into and unto the aspect of self that you share with the being that you made the deal with. Even if they're dark, it just means that they don't have their own light. And that Ascended Master is unmaking that deal, going back in time to uncreate that contract. Meaning if you worshipped the devil in a past life, that you that did that no longer made that deal. It doesn't affect you. Whatever bad things you did in other lifetimes, they do not affect you. They don't exist. Ascended Master that has the ring on your solar plexus now places it over your heart. The ring turns rose-colored, almost fuchsia. Then turns black of all colors, but it's not black. It's like the starry sky. It's space. The ring represents space. We ask that each individual be filled to the rim with their own space, with their own creation, with their own reality, and that no one or no thing can impede upon that space that is being created now. Ask to feel how far out the space goes. It went before the ring was over your heart, and ask to feel how far out it goes now. Maybe an inch, maybe 10 feet, maybe a million feet. It doesn't matter. It just matters that you feel where your personal boundaries end and begin. And that you learn to pull it in. So say, I am my space. And just feel yourself pulling yourself in. Until your entire body. And this, you can actually feel it in your physical body. You don't have to do the visualization, but actually feel the space. Clear, empty space. Opening up inside of you, pushing anything out that is not you. Perfect. As your entire body becomes space, you may get funny little twitches or itches or even a little bit of pain. You may get chills. Many of you are pushing out anywhere between 5 to 500 spirit attachments or possessions. This is over your entire lifetime of your soul, though. This is not just you. So many of you are healing family members, soul group members. Imagine a rim about an inch off of your skin and try to pull all of your space into that. It's very concentrated. And ask your space, I now command that all doorknobs that were not created by me, for me, or that were created by another soul or spirit, fall off me, disintegrate, dissolve. Again, any agreements made with any other souls to create these portals or these entries are null and void. The law of cause and effect, unless it's for the highest and best good, null and void as well. We ask the Christ being, as well as the being standing behind the Ascended Master, that's at your head. That is the Lord, the Creator, the Father, Abba, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. With lightning in one hand and a mass of the void in the left hand, this being enters into and unto the room, pulls the Ascended Master into them, and when this happens, a huge ring of fire is created above where the crown is. The ring of fire very quickly turns to a ring of ice, and then a ring of water. The ring of water moves in towards where the crown would be. And this is when you realize that this water, at the speed it's moving, is generating energy. It's generating force. And anything this being speaks goes through the ring and is created on the other side. Say, I am now that being. Please show me through their eyes the creation that I am. And just imagine this ring of water going around. You can look any way you'd like. It's like a tube with water running through it constantly. I am the Lord of my own being. I now command that the ring of water right all wrongs, and fill the space that I am with anything or everything needed in order to balance out all aspects of me. I ask that the space be filled with the ability to forgive, myself as a human, forgive myself as a soul, forgive myself as awareness, as God, as Christ, as an ascended master, as a guardian angel, as a higher self. I ask that this ring of water baptize each layer of me with the pure essence of forgiveness. All you have to do is just say, forgive. And as you say that, it passes through the ring of water, and forgiveness is delivered to every part of your being. Every being that created a doorknob or a black marble is also forgiven. As this forgiveness flows throughout the entire body, you, as the Lord of your being, with the void ball in your left hand, just you blow and the void passes over the entire mannequin or the lamp or whatever it is. Dissolves you completely. And what's left is one tiny little marble that is gold, with the lightning in its right hand, or your right hand. You charge that golden ball with all the energy that they could ever need in order to survive in a world that is meant to harm you, in a world that does not have its own energy source, in a world that needs you, the sun, to keep it alive. Feel this golden ball get bigger and bigger. And then say, I forgive you, son. Come back to me now. And as you do this, pull it into your heart. Allow it to drop down into the solar plexus, where it will burn bright. Bring your awareness to just above your crown. And this is where a star will sit atop your head. The ring of forgiveness becomes a tube of light that is around you at all times, from head to toe. These are the waters of forgiveness. If you are in a frequency of forgiveness, it's not a sorry. For if you say sorry for something, you are agreeing to take on all the energy for what you're apologizing for. If you're truly sorry, that energy will pass through this tube of forgiveness, this water, forgiveness, and it will not affect you. If you're saying sorry and you do not mean it, it'll pass right through it and stick to you. So you need to ask yourself now, who do I not forgive? Who have I said sorry to and didn't mean it? From above, once again, one last being comes in. It's you. Placing your left hand palm up and your right hand palm down. As if you are shooting energy from your right hand down to your left hand. Say, show me where I just was, and you'll see that you are just in between those two hands. That hand that is coming down above you is your own. It is what many would call the Divine Mother, the Divine Source, source of all creation, the source of all light. I am grace, and I bring unto you. I bring unto you the ability to accept yourself back into grace. For many of you have fallen from grace. Many of you have fallen from grace indeed and have kept yourselves in the caverns of deceit, caverns of where you would call yourself a liar, a thief, call yourself a killer, call yourself many horrible things. As you see now that I am you and you are me, you will see that I have a face. I have a face, and my face is yours, and yours is mine. For you are the embodiment of me. And when you can bring all of your consciousness and awareness unto my crown, so when your hands come together on their own, put your right hand, your left palm together. And put your hands on your crown. I am grace. And I merge all of me with me. Now. And just feel as all of the elements, the water, the fire, the lightning, the void, the light, the electricity, all the marbles, all the consciousness, the awareness. Feel as all of that becomes you. I am grace. I merge all of me with me. And just feel any last pieces of yourself that, in essence, dove from the top of your crown and quite literally fell from grace. I now ask that all pieces of me that have fallen from grace unfall now. I forgive me for being human and not remembering my own power, my own ability. I forgive. From within you, you can see the heavens, you can see the stars, you can see the sun burning bright. You as grace become fluid. You become energy in motion. Feel around the edges of your body, just kind of tracing your awareness around the edges of your body, making sure that all of it's filled in. There's no holes. There should be one door. One doorknob. And that is on your crown. And one at the bottom of each foot. We are Yeshua. We are Saint Germain. We are I don't know how to say that name. Illuminada. It's a girl. We are the 3 scribes of this tribe. We sit upon the throne of that which would be the top of your solar plexus. We are ascended, and I am Christ. Here's one that's Christ. And the being that walked in upon you, the Lord of your reality, is you in disguise. For when we break off a piece of ourselves, we do not want to remember how powerful we are. Just because you've forgotten, it doesn't mean that you can't remember. 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 Say, I remember. I remember why I'm here. Pain is gone. You've seen your own face. And you are allowing your light to shine within and without. Never using another source other than that which is your true source. Again. And being aware of others plugging into you because they've forgotten. I, Joseph, say unto you that I am the chief of this soul group. I dwell on the 5th level of your soul. For as I say this unto you, I say that I am proud. For as I hold you in my hand, as I hold you in my heart, I hold you within my physical heart. I am that which created the spark in which you are. I am that which created the awareness in which you are. I am that which created the soul in which you are. I am that which created you. For as you can place your hand upon your beating heart, ask to feel what it feels like to be the creator of your own reality. Ask to be what it is to create your own reality. As you pull your hand away from your physical beating heart, you hold your hand out. And just ask to see your essence in your hand, or feel your essence, your true essence.
My essence, my true essence is now in my hand. And you may see you as a human. You may see just a flicker of light or a flame. Please show me a shape or a number. Show me something that I can think of, that I can focus on from this point forward, that will allow me to come back into this space where I am now. Maybe it's a command, maybe it's a shape, maybe it's a color. Once you have that in your mind, I say unto you this, I bless this. Those of you who think, oh no, this is wrong. No, it's not wrong. Just go with whatever you want to go with. On the count of 3, I will ignite this. You indecisive, silly girl. If you can't think of anything, imagine a white diamond, octahedron. There we go. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. This shape is ignited now with my flame inside. Many call it the Holy Spirit. You may call it what you may. It is what makes you. Taking your right hand, place it in the center of your chest and ask to feel what that feels like. But as you place your hand on your chest, watch to see where the shape goes. Feel where it goes. And that is where you live from. Practice each day for at least 5 minutes to meditate. Say, I am the Lord of my creation. Please fill me with the space that is mine. And then pull in the space to an inch above your skin. Then call me in. I am your master guide. Just say, calling in, master guide for my soul group. Hold out your hand, imagine the shape, pull it into the center of your heart, allow it to go to wherever it goes. And then ask Grace to step up behind you. And shower that shape with whatever it needs to be showered with. And as Grace does this, you'll feel it pulled into the center of your being and risen up to your heart center, up through your throat, into the center of your head, and then onto your crown. And then say, I am your name. So I am Marisa, and I am the creator and Lord of my creation. I invite in I invite myself in. I ask that my ego and logic be set aside, so this greater part, which is me, may continue to lead me through life with grace and ease. And most importantly, with the freedom to be me and only me. We bless you. Aho. as you bring your conscious awareness back to your physical body, you can kind of wiggle your fingers and toes. So anyone who feels as if they're living in a mirrored reality, a false reality, say, part the Red Seas now and run forgiveness through them. There we go. Part the Red Seas now and run forgiveness through them. And you'll immediately be taken out of the astral plane and into reality. There we go. If you get now, or you can say zero charge for old time's sake. Zero charge. Snap your fingers. Plugs will be gone. And imagine another wall that's empty. And say, that wall now represents anyone that I'm plugged into. If there's any outlets or plugs plugged into it, say, activate my star, forgive my son, reconnect to my source, and disconnect from any other sons. Snap your fingers, and like a vacuum, the little vacuum cord will go stuck back into you. For you're all sons of God. You're all fallen stars that have become sun. And although suns can create, suns burn out and die. And in this universe and in this time and in this place, Earth has become a sun. The sun has fallen. So in order for you to continue to generate your own energy, you must be your star. You must stay connected to your source, and that is God. We love you.
And we are going to be doing this spiritual but not religious meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyone that's attracted to this class today is attracted to this class because either your parents were religious, and it doesn't need to be Christian. It can be it can be Jewish, it can be Wiccan. I have some people whose parents were Wiccan and they were brought up, with Wicca and very like
Hi guys. Okay. So I just had like the biggest epiphany with the whole sun thing. Can you guys hear me? Hey, shh. Okay. Yeah, that was a really cool meditation. I drew that picture, but I think it disappeared. I don't know if anybody got it. Let me see if I share my whiteboard. Hi guys. Okay. Ooh, there's mommy. Oh yeah, here we go. So we have I just started drawing. I just did automatic writing, so I didn't really understand what this was completely. But I was looking at everybody's energy that was doing the thing that was in Zoom. That's you. That's you.
Mommy.
Yeah, that's you and mommy. Look how cute you are. You're one good-looking kid. When we were in Texas, some guy yelled out from the truck and says, "That's one cool kid." I was like, this is the foreshadowing for his life. Everyone thinks he's cool. Yeah, even you. So they're saying most human consciousness is here, and they're pointing at Hades, and that's where Earth is now. Where's Hades? Where is it?
Mommy.
Where?
Mommy.
And mommy?
Yeah.
That's a little freaky. Does everybody have the old sun in there?
Me.
Huh?
Mimi.
Mimi does too? I really wish he could talk.
Dee
Dee does? Do you have the old sun?
Mommy.
Okay, and then and then in the middle it says the real sun/sun, Christ consciousness. And I saw it kind of like projecting out like a projection. Ow, dude. He might be Hades. I don't know. Anyways, just kidding. Maybe not. And so the reflection of that sun is the Jesus, and then it said fear and separation, Antichrist ruled by Gaia. You guys, I'm literally just talking here for the. Okay, but don't come on camera because you don't have clothes on. Put clothes on. Okay, put clothes on first. Kids. So what I discovered is that, hey, you guys, you know what? I'm going to start the next meditation. I'll just leave this here and I'll talk about it in a second because I saw it in every single person. Ask where each aspect of this is inside of each of you guys. I'm curious to hear what it is, where you guys feel the different aspects of this within you. It's really interesting. The biggest circle out here is Sirius A, and they said that was Earth. And that the sun in the middle is the real Christ, and that Hades was hey, Madison, come here. No, oh wait, don't come on camera. You're naked. She doesn't like to wear clothes. Okay, you have to put clothes on. Okay. Okay, you know what? He's gonna go and get put in his room.
But he won't let me get in my room.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna play the next meditation. It's a love meditation. I'm gonna do the attunements on you guys. There's my naked child in the background. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna play this love meditation. I did it 4 times today. It was so awesome, seriously. And here's Mimi. She's like, I hear thumping. Someone got in trouble. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna share.
Like in that way, and it's breaking away from that dogmatic and going into spirituality. Also, people that were raised with nothing and go into spirituality and start to try to make rules out of the spirituality may have past life monastic vows, which means that you were a nun or a priest or a shaman or a healer, and you were part of some organized type, cult or religion in some other lifetime. So you have these programs within you that are blocking you, like Tina with her hands over her eyes. She didn't want to see. And we are going to be doing this spiritual but not religious. And we are going to be doing the spiritual but not religious meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to. And we are going to be doing the spiritual but not religious meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyone that's attracted to this class today is attracted to this class because either your parents were religious, and it doesn't need to be Christian. It can be it can be Jewish, it can be Wiccan. And we are going to be doing the spiritual but not religious meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyone that's attracted to this class today is attracted to this class because either your parents were religious, and it doesn't need to be Christian. It can be it can be Jewish, it can be Wiccan. I have some people whose parents were Wiccan, and they were brought up, with Wicca, and
Okay, didn't we just hear that one? Did we just do the meditation that I was raving about? Oh, thank you, Sue. They get saved automatically. Awesome. Thank you. Didn't we just do that, the dogma one? Did we just do both of the meditations and I was in trance and I had no idea that we went through both of them? And it's like, oh, I'm done with all my work and healings, and I didn't even realize it. That's funny. I think we just did. Yeah, Julia, me too, below the solar plexus. And that's where I saw my aunt Goga, where I saw the sun inside of her when she was like literally in the casket. And then remember I was talking about the experience that I had where I saw her pulled out of her body by that weird arm, but then it turned into like the real God or something I shared last class. But didn't I just play that meditation, the one with the dogma? I feel like I did, but then I also played the one with the lamp. I mean, I can play it again, and because a lot of people logged in afterwards, but I'm pretty sure I just played this one. Let me see.
cords and attachments too.
Let me do this.
Many who have disabled children will feel bad to say, I don't want them to be disabled.
We haven't heard this one.
They will say, God just gave me this. This is just what God gave me. Miracles do happen.
We haven't done that one, right? The miracles one. He's like every crevice in my face. Jeez. Let me see. So we did do that one? I was so deep in trance. Oh, okay. I'm going to play this one, okay? It's called Spiritual But Not Religious, Allow the Love In. I played the one from the retreat like a while back, and then I played the one, the lamp one, where you can just do like that lamp exercise that's at the very beginning. Just say like, show me where my light bulb is, show me if it's connected, show me where my lamp is, show me how many lamps I have. It's like kind of like an exercise that we had. These are ones that we're going to send out in like a series of emails that we're putting together right now that Rashay put together while she was here. But I'm going to go ahead and hit the allow love in. Go make sure that my kids are not pummeling each other right now because, well, Mimi's got it handled. Amy, the baby whisperer's got it handled. But I'm going to be witnessing and watching your guys' healings. And if I see anything like what I did in that last reading was basically like a group reading of what every single person looked like. You guys all had your own universes inside of you. Some people had like your star, like on like the Hades sun, and some of you had it in the other sun. Some of you had it in that huge earth. Some of you had it in the little earth. Some of you had it in the Holy Spirit. Some of you had it in the reflection of the Holy Spirit, which was Satan. And that just means fear. You're probably watching the media. And the media is the biggest trap to get us into that satanic energy. Because it doesn't matter what you're worshiping or looking up to. It's just whether you're in fear or not. Because if you're in fear, that means that you don't have faith in God, technically, in that moment. Doesn't mean that you don't have faith in God, period, but just in that moment. Here we go. And we are going to be doing the spiritual but not religious
meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyone that's attracted to this class today is attracted to this class because either your parents were religious, and it doesn't need to be Christian. It can be any, it can be Jewish, it can be Wiccan. I have some people whose parents were Wiccan, and they're brought up, with Wicca, and very like dogmatic, like in that way. And it's breaking away from that dogmatic and going into spirituality. Also, people that were raised with nothing and go into spirituality and start to try to make rules out of the spirituality may have past life monastic vows, which means that you were a nun or a priest or a shaman or a healer, and you were part of some organized type, cult or religion in some other lifetime. So you have these programs within you that are blocking you, like Tina with her hands over her eyes. She didn't want to see, because if I see, then I might hurt people. So today we're going to release those blocks, and I don't know what else we're going to do. So let's just see what happens. Okay, calling in all of our guides, our real selves, and we ask now that each individual be brought into the 0 point of their divine spark. So in your mind, I am my divine spark. And then say, I am source awareness. And a lot of you may feel like you have like a bubble around your spark. That's your source awareness. If you don't feel anything, that's fine too. But I am my divine spark, and I am source awareness. Show me what that feels like. And now in your mind, just say 0. And that'll pull you into the space that you need to be. You don't need to understand it. Just know that it's basically you're in the center of your heart. So what we'd like for each and every single one of you to do today is to understand and know truly how important you are. Truly how important your mission is. And truly how loved you are. 62% of you feel unloved. 62% of you do things in order to receive love that you may not even admit to yourself. We release you of the obligation to do anything other than love in order to receive love. We release your human mind, your human ego, your first, second, third, fourth, and even fifth dimensional aspects of self from the obligation to make people love you. We bring into each individual now the pure, true definition of love from your source, your original source. Now, as you feel this crystalline liquid love frequency coming in from above you, what we'd like for you to do is allow it in. Say, I allow this love into my field. You can even say, if it's for my highest and best good. There are many of you that have fear, and that fear not only keeps fear out, attacks out, but it keeps love out. I allow anything into my field that is for my highest and best good, in accordance with my soul's mission. Now, there we go. And as we release from each of you, heart blocks, soul blocks, spirit blocks, consciousness blocks, to love, just allow for this love liquid to flow through you, around you. Allow this love liquid to saturate every cell, every particle, every pore in your skin, every hair on your head. For you are my children. Source, I, Source, created each and every individual in my own image. I am not man, I am energy. I am consciousness. I am awareness. I am thought. And as those three merge together, that is you. So as you take your thoughts throughout your reality each day and you create things like, I hate myself, or I despise myself, or I will never get that job, he will never love me, they will never love me, I will never lose the weight. You, dear child, are creating that. So as I bring my hand down upon you and rise you up above your human consciousness, up above the anger, up above the sadness, up above all of the rules and the distortions of this matrixed reality that you plug yourself into unknowingly. You may begin to see that your human self is surrounded by little bubbles. And these bubbles are like little software programs plugged into your brain, telling you, you have Lyme's disease, so this is what you need to feel, this is what you need to hear, this is what you need to see. You're a mother, so this is what you need to be. You're a father, you're a child, you're a sister, you're a brother. You're from a line of gifted psychics. You are Native American. You are black, you're white. All of these little bubbles, all of these little programs that are around you are what define you, but they are not you. So in your mind now, just say, I release all programs from me that are no longer needed, that are no longer for my highest and best good. And I ask that my original source purify, cleanse, and update all of the programs or software that are creating the human that I am now. You do not need to say this. By us saying this, it is doing this. But you may see a swirling light coming around you. You may see the bubbles leaving. You may see any number of things. You may see nothing. You may feel something. If you feel nothing and see nothing, dear child, this is okay too. Because if you were able to see and feel, you may judge. So many times we make it so that you cannot sense these things that are going on, because it would pull you back into your human self. We bring into each individual all of the virtues and lessons in which your soul was to learn by having these outdated programs of I hate myself, or God only loves those who only love God and don't love themselves. Or money is the root of all evil. It is selfish to care about myself. Women must be this way, or women must be that way. Many of the women who are into the feminist movement are ones that carry programs within them that say a woman must be in the kitchen. Their conscious mind says no, but they have a program that says yes, and this causes conflict. If they are to release this input, their perception of reality would realize that this is not true, and it would not be conflict anymore. There would be no anger. So we release from each of us, each individual, outdated thoughts, outdated ideas. And we call back to each individual all fragmented pieces of soul, of mind, of heart, of body that have left due to trauma. What we'd like for you to do is to visualize a huge, huge white heart in front of you. Huge white heart. We are filling this white heart, however you want to imagine it, whether it's a cartoon or two-dimensional or three-dimensional, or like a big pillow. Just imagine this white heart and say, I call back all pieces of me now. I give you permission to come back. I give you permission to feel love. I know you are scared. I know you are afraid, and that is why you left. But you can come back now. It is safe. Just imagine all the yous throughout eternity that have broken off every time you were beat or hit, screamed at, you had an accident, you were very sick. 99% of the women who give birth fragment at that time. Every time through any lifetime that you gave birth, you fragmented. A piece of you left. It was so traumatic. Same for when we are born. Same for when we die. I give you all permission to come back into this white heart. And as this channel administers healing, running the pure, translucent white light of unconditional love throughout this heart, as these pieces are healed, the heart will begin to move toward you, or you will move towards it. Until you are inside. And then what you will realize is you may have been in one of your fragments. You may have been in one of your shattered pieces, creating only a shattered reality. Because that's all you knew. You were a ghost of yourself from the time that you broke off. Ourselves are like grapes on a grapevine. And as our divine spark may accidentally end up in one grape, that is the reality we see. When in actuality, we are not the grape, we're not the bush. We're the one that planted the seed that grew the bush, that is standing, looking over the bush. We are our real self, our true self, our creator. We hereby release all implanted energies from medical serums, surgeries, any physical activities that would cause another's consciousness to slip into our own. We release all of this now. We take back all vows and commitments that no longer serve us. Whether it was, God, please make him love me, I will do anything. This was a prayer said from your lower chakra from fear, thereby connecting you in with something that was not God. Thereby committing you to something that does not love you. We release all vows, all commitments now, and saturate all of these energy lines that connected us with these vows and commitments with a discreation, an uncreation. And we fill each one of these lines of energy with what the real self believes needs to be filled in. This will release 23% of you of addiction. Whether you allow that to be released or not, that's the true story. Now that you're in the middle of this heart, what we'd like for you to do is to look in front of you, and you'll see a staircase. The staircase zigzags its way up into a very, very bright light. If you feel as if you're nodding off or falling asleep, it is okay. You are not falling asleep. You are just rising up to a conscious level that you're not used to. Your brain is not used to remembering. This is why you don't remember dreams. So just kindly ask your mind now, please allow me to remember. Please allow me to experience, if it is for my highest and best good now. Actually feel your body against the ground, but also feel your connection to God shooting down through your crown, throughout your entire body with this heart around you. Now you'll imagine going up these stairs, 7 stairs up, you zigzag. You go up 3 stairs. 12 stairs up, and you zigzag. 2 stairs up. 13 stairs up, and then you zigzag. 1 step up, and then you're sucked through the bright light. You are now where you were before you were created. Ask that your higher self or your real self come up to you now and bring to you anything that you need in order to not feel fear, in order to feel only love. So from the distance, you see somebody walking up. If it is something that you do not like, this may be a being that you made a commitment to. Source code 163. There you go. I call in my real, original soul and higher self now. There we go. My real, original soul and higher self now. Thank you. We will release now from each individual any false selves, false higher selves that were brought on by things like plant medicines, psychotropic drugs. There we go. as your real, true, authentic, higher self walks up to you. They reach out their hands, and in their hands there are shining balls of light. Just as this picture that we saw earlier on the computer box of the being holding the ball within their hand. Imagine that you are now inside of that ball with your real, true self looking down upon you. From there, that self takes you, places you upon their head, and from their crown, you begin to drop into them, becoming them. We attune each individual now to their authentic, true, real, original soul and higher self now. Feel as you're actually dropping into this real self. And as you're dropping in, you become them. And you can feel your consciousness merging. We release all cords and attachments to ex-soulmates, what many would call twin flames, or the ideas of them. We release blocks, attachments, false godheads, false ascended masters, false guides, healing modalities and the rules they bring. We release those now as well. This does not mean that you won't be still attuned. It's just the rules that man have made about them. We release all rules, all dogma from each individual now. Once you feel as if you have merged, even if you feel blocked, just say 0, real, true, higher self. This is a code in which we are creating at this time. 0, real, true, higher self. And this will bring you into the aspect of you that we are working with. From behind you, this is where I stand. And as I step up behind each of you now, placing my hands upon your shoulders, you will feel the love that I want you to feel each day, that I want you to remember. And as I place my arms around you and tell you quietly in your right ear, I love you. I am you. You are me. You need not ever ask for forgiveness. Not from me. I see what you do. I see how hard you work. I see how hard you try. I see you fall. I see you get back up. I am proud. These things have not gone unnoticed. Please, within your mind now, tell me what you want. It is not selfish. Many who have disabled children will feel bad to say, I don't want them to be disabled. They will say, God just gave me this. This is just what God gave me. Miracles do happen. And this is not to say that your child will not be disabled. But if you say, God, show me a new perspective. Heal them, make them better. It may not change them 100%, but it will. And it will change you. If you are sick, if you're ill, ask to have me take it away. It is all about perspective, dear children. It is all about the way that you look at things. In front of you now, there is a door, and it is a world that I would like to show you. Allow this door to open now. And as you step through this door, I, staying on this side, inside the matrix, allow you now to enter into and unto the world in which you came from. In your mind, you may say, show me what I look like here. Show me what I feel like. Show me where I am. You may hear the sounds of angels singing, choirs playing. You may hear buzzing, you may hear frequency. But beyond what you can feel, see, taste, touch, hear, there's light.
I'm going to clear you guys right now, some of you.
And this light, as you approach it, are light beings. Allow yourself to be pulled into this light and ask them to give you a message. Ask them for everything that you want. Ask to see the world from their point of view.
I paused it, you guys, because I'm just going to clear some of you right now because your perception of this area, some of you, it's not good. And it's just your mind clouding it. You're stuck behind a mirror. So I'm just going to clear everybody that's doing this right now and in the future. Now on Zoom, on Facebook, on wherever you're watching this, I'm going to clear you right now and connect you in with your heart, and then just re-enter through that door and ask to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Ask to see what it looks like and feels like.
Allow yourself to be pulled into this light. You may hear the sounds of angels singing, choirs playing. You may hear buzzing, you may hear frequency. But beyond what you can feel, see, taste, touch, hear, there's light. And this light, as you approach it, are light beings. Allow yourself to be pulled into this light and ask them to give you a message. Ask them for everything that you want. Ask to see the world from their point of view. These are your ascended selves. From here, you can create anything. From here, you are not an I am, you are an I. You are one. You may say, who am I? Would I know the name of the ascended being or creator or God being that I am? Who am I? Show me who my husband is, or my wife, or my children. Are they up here with me? Show me the being in which they are. For life is really like this movie in which this channel loves. The Hunger Games, the world, the matrix that all of you as ascended beings are creating a game. But you are actually going to live inside of it, forgetting that you're the one that created it. But as you can leave the matrix and go into the control center, you can change anything. From this ascended state, there are a few more layers up, but we will not go into them this time. However, ask that your guide, that guides your ascended self, step up behind you. Ask them for their name. Or a number. Or a color. Or a shape. You may not receive it now. You may receive it later when you're driving or alone, bathing or showering or sleeping. If you feel as if you have approached something that you don't feel comfortable with, source code 163. Ask for this being to touch your heart and show you what they feel like. If they do not feel good, source code 163. On every level of creation, we have a guide. On every level of creation other than the original dimension or the original density, there is a little bit of distortion. The true way to know what is true is through your heart feeling. If it feels off, it's off. Your guide standing behind you. Rises you up. They begin to lift you up above their head, above everything. When you feel as if you can't go any further, say, "Take me further." When you feel as if you can't go further, "Take me further," until you can't go any further. You will end up in a space where you can't see or feel anything. It is all blank. Here is where we would like you to leave any sickness, any illness, any anger, any depression, any fear. Leave it all here. Leave it all behind. And if you don't know what to leave, in your mind, just say, "Higher self, whatever I know about or don't know about from any lifetime, please just take it out of me and leave it here." And as it leaves you, it dissipates and disappears immediately. Any curses that I cursed others with that came back at me, any ill thoughts that grew into demonic forces or entity attachments, take it all away. Cleanse me and purify me. For when Jesus spoke of the divine Holy Spirit, Jesus spoke of the void. And this is where you are now. Many of your minds will begin to define and say, oh, that's this, and you'll feel yourself get pulled back down into creation because we have said this, but we would like to show you that before knowing what something is, it is much different than when you know. So to very easily get back to this place, all you must do is say 0, 0, 1, void. In your meditations at home, that's all you must say from your heart space to get back here. If you have a bad day, 0, 0, 1, void. Say, take my bad day away, and just feel it all dissipate, all dissolve, all go away. And last, before going back to our physical bodies, you'll feel as this channel sends down a beam of light into your crown. This is realigning and reconnecting you with your original source, your original energy, your original electricity, and disconnecting you from any false energies, false lights, created lights. If you feel nauseous, things are leaving that are not in resonance with pure truth, pure light, pure electricity. In your mind, show me what it feels like to be fully connected to all dimensions of self, and to have access to all of them while in my human body. For if you now do what you did in the beginning of this class and say, I am now my real self, show me where the void is inside of me. Show me where I just was. You will see that you have never left your body. You are still inside of you. God is inside of you. Those larger than large, bigger than big beings, those are inside of you. You do not need to go anywhere or go to anyone to get to Source, to get to God. You may say, I am my real self now. Show me where Archangel Michael is. Show me where any angel or being that you work with is. And you will see that the space that you connect with them is inside of you. Those of you that would like to feel what your angelic self feels like, you may follow that space where Archangel Michael connects with you and say, show me what it feels like to be Archangel Michael at this level. For Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, or say, show me what it feels like to be the angel that created me. Show me what it feels like. That angel. For as you can see, you are everything and nothing all at once. Use this week. When you are feeling unsure, say, I am now the me that knows the answer to this, that has already experienced this. Show me what that feels like. And allow yourself to go there. Allow yourself to be that. I am now the me that can run that mile a minute faster than I ever have. Show me what that feels like. I'm now the me that's cured from my arthritis. You are source. You are God. You are creation. So from this space, say, show me my human. I now send my human all the love of the universe, all the energies, all of the frequencies, anything that my human self needs. And as we send your human selves, your human minds, everything that they need at this time, you begin to feel your conscious awareness slip back down into your humanness, into your heart space. You begin to feel the room around you. As you bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your toes and fingers, what we'd like for you to do is to ask that highest source self that you just were to drop a shape down in front of you. This shape, as big as the room, is what you may meditate in. You may imagine that you are stepping into it and, like an elevator, riding up to this space where you were. You may want to listen to this meditation a few times to get used to how to connect with all dimensions of yourself. But you already know. You just must remember. None of you fell asleep. You feel as if you did. It is okay. Listen to this, but do not do the meditation when you are doing something that you cannot fall asleep while doing, like cooking or cleaning. It will place the map within your subconscious mind on how to enter into all of these different dimensions of reality. But when it all comes down to it, you're not the human, you're not source, you're not the God that hugged you, You're not the ascended being that lifted you up. You're not the Holy Spirit or the void that healed you, that cleansed you. You are not source. You are what kept moving between all of those layers. You're the awareness. You are the awareness. So call it back into yourself regularly. Because if you think of something for a little too long, your brain will begin to process it as your own. Because your brain does not know the difference between him or her or you or them. Your brain just processes what the awareness is watching and experiencing. We bless you. We love you. And we will see you next week, dear children. So get your journal out and just write down whatever you remember. Wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch, just kind of feel your body, kind of do a scan through of your body, and if there's like any stuck feelings, I'm creating, it's like as if we're all in a room, I'm creating a big pot of liquid light in the middle of your room or middle of the house. If you feel any tight feelings in your body, just say, get in the pot, and just send it in, or go dip yourself in it. Cleanse yourself like you're dipping in water. Sometimes when we go up into such high dimensions and we come back down, it's like, whoa. I'm sending energy to every single individual now, and I ask that each individual's home be cleansed and cleared. There we go. And there we go. And we are going to be doing this spiritual but not religious meditation that the guide shared with me the other day that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyone that's attracted to this
Redo. I said, Julia, that's awesome. And I said, Stephanie, that's like me and my accident. I fragmented during my accident and I did not want to come back. And I was told I had a mission. What Stephanie is this? Do I know you? I did a group reading. If anybody is $150 or $300 person, I don't know how to check it in Patreon to see who's who. I just assumed like Glenn and like all the people that are always here are part of that group. So I just send you guys all the invites and stuff like that to this because I didn't know how to post it on Patreon for just like the one group. And I didn't want anyone else to feel left out. I did healing on everyone. So if you're not a Patreon and I did healing and you feel a shift or something, just like send like something like this, just an energy exchange, just so that we're not draining each other's energy. Buddy, he's draining the life out of me. Hold on, so you don't have to hear him. Okay, I've got like 30 seconds before he freaks that I'm not following him. So yeah, I did the healing, and I realized the other night at class that I haven't been doing I've been doing healings on the people that need healing, but I haven't been doing like the amount of healing that I used to do because my vibration was so low. I was able to get out of body and go into the guides and channel whatever, which doesn't really matter what my vibration is, but I guess it does when it comes to like the healing stuff. And that's probably why I haven't been doing healings for a while, but now I'm like, I want to do healings again. Totally like in that mode again, like I'm actually happy. So the if you feel that I owe you a healing, like, or a reading or something, just let me know. I know that somebody had written and said that, oh my God, seriously. The true test of patience is in a little mini version of your husband. And I'll never say that in front of him because then he'll be even more like Jeff. But anyway, the second you don't pay attention to him, they're like, hey. But he's going, he's kind of singing, but at the same time, not. So anyways, yeah, to anyone, they're like, oh, they're singing. And I'm like, no, he's pushing my buttons. That's my problem. I see him as like a little Jeff, and I can't do that. I have to stop with that. But he's like a clone of him. Being pregnant with him was like having Jeff's brain inside of my brain. It was like true like friction. With Madison, I was like Superwoman. But I love that little boy so much though. Anyway, if you feel that I owe you a reading, I know that Donna said that she's the $150 person. Donna, I just kept seeing that whole like tree thing, and I think that I did a reading for you the other day. And what was interesting was when I uprooted the tree, they were running like I wrote the chemicals down on here, and it was like they ran like nitrogen and like oxygen, and they kept saying like oxygen is the antithesis or anti to the fountain of youth. However, it's like the breath of your soul. It's like your soul needs oxygen, your body like decays because of oxygen. And so they had me put this like, they had me put this shielding around you of like nitrogen oxide or something like that. And something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I put this shield around you, and I saw you getting like younger and younger and younger. I'm like, you go, girl. Because if you think about it, we're not our physical body, we're our soul. Oh, can I kiss it? Let me see. Let me see. Does it feel better?
Mommy.
Yeah. You guys are getting the face. So yeah, it was nitrogen oxide. And what was interesting was fluoride preserves the physical body, and they said it embellishes the soul's experience in that it cannot see. So I saw fluoride being pulled out of your head. I saw like metal being pulled out of your teeth. And I turned you into your soul. It was really cool. I tried to do that with everyone, but I think it was just working with the people that like I was planning on doing healings on, but I did do healing on everybody because I watched each and every single person. There was like 47 people, and I don't even think we have that many people logged in, which means there's going to be more people afterwards that log in and watch. So I set the intention that it was now and anyone in the future, but anyone that feels that they get a reading because they either sent money or your Patreon, like, or he's hijacking my gum. So you can sign up as a $100 person or $150 person if you want to, and then I can do the reading. But right now, I feel like I owed 8 readings and I haven't done them, but I did them as a collective. But he's gonna like start swinging from the rafters, so I'm thinking that I'll log back down at like 8 o'clock after they're down in Jeff's home, and possibly play another meditation because I'm editing them as I'm listening to them, and they're going to be going on the app. And then we're going to hopefully have content every single day for the Patreon people. So like between Laura, finding old lessons and, like finding correlations between now and stuff that I predicted that came true now and, stuff like that. She'll be posting stuff. And then Rashay and I are going to be posting stuff every single day. And Rashay's got enough stuff to post something every single day for like years. And the the other thing was we're going to be putting like short little clips of short little things. Cause if you're a $100 person on Patreon, you get the app for free. I think Sue can probably explain it a little better because she's the one that set it all up, but pretty sure if you're a $100 person or 101, person, you get that $25 app for free, which is the intuitionmedia.bhx.tv. So don't forget about that. If you haven't like cashed in on that, make sure that you do that. And then also remember that I'm going to have a workshop coming up here. I'm going to do a heart attunement. Remember that your Patreon pledge goes towards workshops too. So like say you do $100 tier, then you can use that $100 towards the workshop. And I don't know how much it's going to be, but I decided today about 3 hours ago that I want to do another heart attunement circle. So if anyone's interested, or you did it last time and you loved it, which everyone, I know they did, let me know if you're interested, because I think I'm only going to take 5 people. And then from there, I'll see how long it takes now with the way the planet is and the where my vibration is, see if it takes 5 days like I did last time, or if it takes a day or 2. But I also want to do a challenge where we all like merge our I am fields and contribute to each other's ability to dream and remember at night. Because whenever we do the attunement circles, the dreaming always happens for everybody. So I want to set that intention. So when we do the circle, it usually takes like 3 days, like, you know, we're doing the attunements and then we wait like a few days and then we close out the circle. In that time, people that do dream, their abilities will lend towards people that like maybe see during the day. Like me, I see when I'm awake. I don't see when I'm asleep, or I don't remember seeing. But when I'm in a group setting in a class with someone who does dream, then I take on those abilities, they take on mine. So it's kind of cool when we contribute to each other's growth and development through these group circles, the way that the guides set it up. I really don't know how they set it up. I just watch them stack little hydrogen boxes and things, and then there's a space, and then we all get sucked into it, and it's cool. So my job is to just make sure nobody falls out. And if somebody falls out, I have to go and grab them and put them back in. So their spirit, that is. So anyway, dude, oh my God, he is, show them your mouth. He's got my entire pack of gum in his mouth. Okay, I gotta go make sure he doesn't choke. This is crazy. But you literally ate all my gum. Spit it out. Give it to me. Thank you. Dude, that's too much gum for a little kid to have. Okay, yeah, that's gross. Okay, I gotta go take care of this one. Let me take care of this. I will log back in a little bit later on the same link. Hold on, let me just go take care of this. This is really gross in my hand. I might be back, I might not, but if anybody feels like I owe them a reading, just let me know. Just message me and I'll pop back on in a little bit and do it, okay? Because I'm back on a roll. I'm back in action. I just couldn't make myself work before because I was like a flat tire. I was depleted of all my energy for whatever reason. Okay, I was very good with him. Love you guys. I'll be back a little bit later. If you want to stay in this field and write and stuff like that, I would stay connected in with this field and just stay logged in. It's not recording. I'm going to turn YouTube off, but you can, he wants it on, but I'm going to turn YouTube off.